Hello awesome people, welcome back to the channel and welcome to a new game on the channel. A new game in general actually. This game is called Snowtopia and it's a ski resort tycoon type of game. So you basically build your own ski resort. I have to thank the developers here. They approached me and offered me a key to review this game on the channel. Sometimes this happens and most of the times I'm like, this game doesn't really fit my channel, but this looks very good. So I took the offer, and I'm quite honest to say that I'm actually glad with it because it's a cool game. I played it for about an hour yesterday when I got the key, and it's actually very cool. I enjoyed it way more than I thought I would, to be honest. But that being said, so thank you so much to the developers for offering me the key. And this is going to be kind of like the Startup Panic trial version basically that we had on the channel, which actually was really positive. You guys surprised me with the positive feedback on that one. But yeah, what we're gonna do is we're gonna play like 1 or 2 episodes of this game on the channel right now, do a bit of a pilot. You guys have to let me know through likes, through comments, through whatever, every way possible of letting me know if you like this game. Also, if you like the game should be out on early access right now. I believe it went on early access to the 26th. So if you want to check it out, the link is down in the description of this video. I will make sure that there is a link to the Steam page there, and you can check it out. I'm not entirely sure if they have a demo to download of the game. I saw an option for it though, but at that point it wasn't in early access yet, so they might change it. I'm not sure, but you can go and take a look. I mean, it's a fun little game. You can definitely have a few hours of fun with it. It's still a work in progress, so keep in mind that there might be things like bugs that pop up. Also, you know, things might happen randomly, I would say. I haven't encountered any bugs, I should say, in the hour of playing, but you never know, of course. And with all that being said, let's actually start. And I already love this game for the menu. Not only does it just look good, but listen to this. I love it. I love this little touch. Honestly, if I had more musical talent, I would try and make a song out of this, but I don't. So let's not try and do that. Let's go new game. And as you can see, I'm not entirely sure if they're gonna have like a campaign thing or if this is the campaign thing. But for now, you can have a new game and you have all these different areas. Now, you have a number of access points, which is basically points to start your ski resort in, because that's where the skiers will come in, basically. It's kind of like ski villages, I would say. So this is the easiest one with all the easy stuff. It's all like 1 star, 1 circle, whatever you want to call it. Difficulty score not that high. Frozen Peak, I tried these 2 out just to see what it was like. We're gonna play on Frozen Peak today. I think it's a bit more fun to start a little bit higher up, and I love the look of this map though when I played it yesterday. So let's do that. Let's go new game, and let's see what we can make here, what we can build here. I have to say I love this a lot. I was actually really surprised by this. So hi, what are you doing out here in the middle of nowhere? Are you lost? There's nothing but snow around here. What am I doing here? I like starting the day with a nice bracing walk in the icy air. Oh, so you want to build the ski resort of your dreams. In that case, you've come to the right place. So we're going to do a little bit of the tutorial. We can't really skip it, probably an option in the future, but for now we can't really skip it. It's also a beta version that I got, so beta review version, I think, or testing build. So they might just, you might just not be able, it might just not be implemented yet. But let's actually look at this insane map, because it is really pretty. Really white though, so it's really light. But we have like a village over here, a village over here, and a village over here that we can start off with, or we can leave them alone, or we can connect them at some point, which is really fun. But yeah, we have to start out, so we have to basically do all these missions. So we have done all the sort of super simple missions, like moving the camera and stuff. Very good. Well, not bad for a start. How dumb would you look if you didn't know how to get about? Anyway, don't worry. I've been making a few calls, and some folks are really excited about all this and want to help out. You could use a few more helping hands around here, right? So this is basically the first thing that you get. We will start building our first sort of start of a ski resort, and this is where you learn about the game's I would say currency, because the game doesn't really have currency. You don't pay for your buildings, you don't pay for your workers. It works on volunteers, but you have a maximum number of volunteers. We have 0 out of 6 here, and it will grow and grow and grow the way you build your ski resort, but in time you have to basically grow your volunteers, and you have things that you can do to make that quicker. So a whole team has volunteered to help you out. Awesome. Now what they need to set to work are the materials and logistics. Once you have a functional builder's lodge, you can construct the rest of your ski area. So let's do that first. Let's pause it for now. We're gonna go full speed ahead once we're paused. If you guys saw my software ink, basically if you see any of my videos, you know that I like going full speed ahead. But yeah, let's open the construction menu, select the builder's lodge, build the builder's lodge, and assign volunteers. I think, by the way, that the tutorial of this game is pretty good. It's kind step for step. It's not like build a builder's lodge and you're like, okay, where is the builder's lodge? I like the fact that they just say this. So let's go here. This is the, let's actually show this. These are the slopes that we can build. We can go in there soon. Lifts that we have, different. There's also research, so we can unlock new ones. Different type of maintenance buildings, and a high altitude food kills. I think we can also unlock more of this stuff later. What this is, I don't know, but I would guess things like decoration, or maybe like altering of the terrain, like a terrain tool, where you can put trees and stuff in. I'm not sure, but let's start with a builder's lodge. And this builder's lodge, we have to place it next to our, or close to our area, basically. We can also place it somewhere else, like, this one is not, but we could place like a lift, for instance. We could place like up here, too steep for building. Right up here, for instance, and we could make like connections with that. So we're gonna definitely do that in this episode. But for now, let's just keep with the basics. So, builder's lodge. Let's build it. We can actually build this inside this building. I don't know why. This is the access point from which the skiers come from, but let's not build it right there. Let's do this. If you click once, you can also just change the direction. I'm not really worried about changing it right now, so let's just do this. So it's built. Normally, you actually have to build buildings. So this is the only building that you don't build. Because you don't have builders yet. We will set a volunteer in here. And there you go. Everything is set to launch your first construction site. Take a moment to stand back and contemplate the mountainside. Imagine the magnificent ski resort that will soon be sitting on there. Slopes, ski lifts, and also untouched areas of natural beauty. I can't wait. Can you? I mean, we have to wait for a little bit because we have to assign one more volunteer. We have 2 volunteers out of 6. 2 are working. 6 are the total amount we have, and the little meter that you see going is when we get our next volunteer. So it will grow. We have a max number of volunteers of 60 right now, but once we grow our ski resort, it will go up. So every building needs volunteers, every lift needs volunteers. So let's unpause the game right now, and let's set up our new stuff. There we go. Ski resort. Holy snowflakes. A ski resort in my own backyard. It's like a dream come true. Can I help you out? Please say I can. I can do absolutely anything. Where do I start? Don't do your head in about it. Skito and slope are all I need to keep me happy. So basically they're explaining here that you have the volunteers and they basically work for you voluntarily as long as you give them like the ski slope and the ski lift so that they can actually enjoy themselves too. But we have a new mission. So build a ski lift, build a slope, greet your first skiers and select a skier. Actually, I'm gonna turn up the music a little bit because I feel like it's a little bit low. I also feel like it sometimes just disappears, kind of like software ink. But that should be better, because I actually like the music in this game too. So, that being said, what are we doing? Build a ski lift, of course. Now, before we do that, we need to choose where we want to go. You have different types of slopes in this game. So you have slopes for beginners, slope for, intermediates, I would say, professionals and all that stuff. And you have these different types of groups as we see here. So snow-struck lovers, they like blue slopes. Red slopes are like intermediate, I guess. Okay, blue is like master the basics. Green is like for beginners. And you have these different types of groups and skiers that will come to your resort, and you have to make them all happy. And the way to do that is you have to make sure you have slopes for them and you have stuff around those slopes for them. So what we're going to do right now, we're going to start with a lift. So the lifts have ranges. They have, for instance, we can't do this. Oh, actually we can do this. Well, we will do that later on. But for instance, we could build it here because it's too steep. But if we would build it here, like for this is too steep to go down for this lift right now. We can do some research and change that. We can research other lifts to make it better. But we could do, for instance, could go here, and then from here could go down here, whatever we want. So we can connect all these areas up too. But for now, I want to start off with like a little beginner stuff. So let's put a lift right there. And we will have the entrance to the lift right here. And before we actually start and go on, this is a more advanced move. Not really true. We will place another lift, and that lift will go... where will we go with this? Probably up here, actually. If we can. Yeah, we will probably go like up here. So that we have like two little areas, and they can go from this area to there to there. Let's unpause. And now we can see that this is now built. We have to assign volunteers. So let's assign 2 volunteers. And now we have a way up there. But we don't have a slope yet. So we're going to wait for this one to build. It's almost done. We will give them 2 volunteers so that people can go up there. And now the only thing that we need to do is start building slopes. I'm going to pause the game for this. Let's start with a large slope, because this is the actual beginner slope. So from here, what I want is I want a simple way. I made a mistake there, sorry. Can I make like a simple way? Let's say like we go here. So this is all green. It shows up as green, but if we go like here, we can't go uphill because you can't ski uphill. The white stuff is meant that it's not going down, basically, so it's like a flat area. We can just make it like come back over here, and there we go. Now let's just wait until it's built, which is going to happen very, very, very soon. Construction is done, new volunteer, awesome. A building is closed, which is kind of this building because it's not connected. And there we go. So the slope is now done, as you can see. It's a very, very nice slope. That's a little bit of corner in it, but it's very large, so it's really for beginners. And you can always see that here. So homogeneity, or whatever you call it, I don't know how to pronounce that word, sorry. It's all green, so that means the entire track is green for beginners. We can, if we want to, change it and say that it's like really dangerous, or for intermediates, or for people that know the basics, or just beginners. The game will also give you a perceived difficulty and will automatically assign that difficulty to it, but you can change it if you want to. So yeah, that's our first slope, and this should start bringing our first skiers. So if we unpause here, we should start seeing, yep, there they are. And we see they have different type of jackets. So these guys, okay, I selected one that was part of the mission. I don't believe it, the first skiers have already come to your resort. Look at them lining up for the ski lift. They make their way up, then whoosh, they zip straight back down. Haha, some of them are really bad. Even I can ski better than that. Anyways, I've got to go. I have a sudden hankering to hit the slopes. So, basically, we have sport club clips. That's a ski type, basic skier type. A skier, what do they call it again? They call it profile. Yeah, a skier profile. So these are the sport club kits. These are intermediate. They want to have like red slopes. We don't have them yet, so we have to build them at some point. But yeah, you know, you have the blue ones. You know, these are part of the Snowstruck lovers, which is like the blue skier group. Okay, go on, savor the moment. With a slope, a ski lift, and skis on your feet, what could possibly ruin your day? Well, I'll tell you, fear. That's what. And if I don't get my adrenaline pumping, I get bored. Let's go skiing, it will be so much fun, everybody says. Is it too much to ask to have slopes adapted to your level? So, basically what we have to do now is we have to aim the camera at the skier. So that's basically this. This is just learning about the game. Oh, I also have to display their history, which is this one. It's not that insane. It's just like a cool for like some moments to follow, or when you're just waiting for something. We need to build a green slope, which we already did. That's what's this one. This is a green slope, and we need to build a blue slope now. Now, from this moment on, the tutorial kind of lets you build whatever you want, and I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna make a nice, cool ski resort, and the blue slope that will come eventually. But I want to show a bit more about the game. So, first off, we need some other things for them to actually enjoy. Let's start with a research lab. Let's put it like right here, because I want to do some research soon enough. We have the volunteers to actually man this, so that's good. We also need something else. We need a mechanics workshop. We will place that right here, because they need to fix the ski lifts. We need a snow groomer hangar, which we will probably... We will place that right here. These guys are going to make sure that the actual slopes are in good order and that there are no sort of safety hazards on the slopes. And we have a ski patrol lodge, which we will place also right here. Those are guys that will save skiers that have fallen, have had injuries, whatever. And we all need volunteers for these. So, yeah, we have to wait for that for a bit. For this, for example, this skier has fallen. Oh, no, he's fallen and he can't get up. We need the patrols for that. So, yeah. Currently, we're building the research lab. I think it does it in order, so it should go research lab, mechanics, snow groomers, and then the ski patrol. We assign the volunteers, and then we can go on. So 2 volunteers in the research lab. Did I actually click 2? Yeah, okay. And then we go to research. So research is very, very cool. You have all these first pages, basically. You can do upgrade the lifts, the maintenance, services, and then you come to this point where you have to unlock this. You have to get a certain amount of research done to unlock this, and then you have to make a choice between orange and purple, and they both mean different things. I will probably show you later on in the video. For now, I know that the lifts are going to be pretty full very fast, so we're going to make them faster to hopefully get the weighting down a bit. For now, we don't have a lot of skiers. We only have 45. So it's not that bad. The mechanics office is done, so let's get mechanics in, because this already needs maintenance, so they should be going there. This is already done, so let's give them 2, so that we can keep working on the slope. And this is already done. Do you have volunteers? Yes, you have volunteers. So for now, what we're gonna do, we have these this nice little big slope there, but it's only for beginners. And you already saw that we have some skiers that are not beginners. So what I want to do is I want to make a second slope here that is going to work a little bit different. So we're probably gonna go around this mountain and bring it back. It's probably gonna be a very simple one. So if we could go like this, and then we could go like this, and then like this. This is probably also going to be a very simple one, but it's gonna be a more scenic route. And it's gonna end at the same spot. So this is also going to be a slope. It's a bit like wonky, but I love the way you can just basically draw your slopes. It still needs a little bit of rework because it also tends to make like, some weird angles I have experienced, but you know, again, the game is early access. They're still working on it. I'm pretty confident that they will change all that. So this is also a green one, but this gives our beginner skiers 2 different routes. You know, one big one just basically straight down, and one that's more scenic around here. Now what's good with a scenic route is probably if they have a place to rest somewhere. So we will give them like a nice kiosk right there where they can rest, where they can buy some food, some drinks, and just rest from the weather basically too. And that would be a good stop for them. So let's get the 2 volunteers in, and now we will see some of these skiers hopefully at some point pop in. And they're not doing that. Well, awesome. That one actually went like in little what would you call it? Like the little S's. But yeah, they will stop there and regain their energy, because that's also a thing that you have to do. You have to regain their energy. Now these guys are complaining that the lifts is, you know, they're waiting a long time in queue, which is kind of, you know, yes, that is gonna happen, unfortunately. What we're gonna do is we're gonna make some slopes from here to down over here. Or maybe even just cross over and go over here, because we have this ski lift, and I did put that there for a reason. We're gonna start with a normal one, and we'll probably make the normal one would start here. We'll probably make a narrow one that will go like more like around the mountain and then come back on itself maybe. But this one will start here, and this is gonna be, as you see, a little bit more of a dangerous one. With some blue elements, some green, but also some red. This is probably going to be a red one in the end. There we go. And we will make it so that they can change it if they want to. But they will end up in the same area right there. There we go. And now we just have to wait for this being built. And this could be a blue actually one. This could actually be the blue slope that we're looking for. Well, that the game is looking for. Not necessarily what we're looking for. And that means that we have done our mission, but we have to wait for the construction progress to actually see if that is what we want. So No, it is set as green. It is still set as green. We will set it as a blue one, though. That doesn't count for the challenge, because we have to actually build one. We have to learn how to do that. Also, I don't think that this is green, because it's like the first bit is quite like a tough one. And it's also a narrow path, so I feel like... Oh, no, this is a normal path, by the way. So I feel like it's not completely right that it's green. But we will start off a normal one here. And this is going to be a more like a dangerous one, I would say. There we go. And we will zoom it around over here and then bring it back like probably like this. Can we bring it back to the... No. Oh, yeah, we can actually bring it back there. It did hook on to something. Yeah, but yeah, no. It is obstructed by the hanger. So we can just do this, by the way. And that should connect. Well, there we go. Let's see what this type of what this slope will do. We had a bit of a green, even some black, I think, at the start, and we'll put in some more of these sort of kiosks in there too. Also, we did our research, so we finished our lightweight pole attachment, which will give us extra speed. We could go for even more speed, actually. Let's do that for the chairlifts. So we get more and more speeds in the lift, so that hopefully this queue will be not as long for them to wait. So what is this? This is... They set it as green, really? No, we're gonna set it as blue. So there we go. So we have like a lot of beginner stuff now. Now, next step. What do we do now? Well, probably, let's just make a small lift here. If we can. And try... we can't bring it down there. Okay. We can bring a 2-part lift down there, though. We will get the ski lift right here, so it's a bit away from the other one. We need volunteers to work these, but we have a lot of volunteers right now, but that will go away fairly soon. Pretty certain of that. Actually, what I should do... Oh no, they have a turn here, so they can actually go there. I was gonna say I should connect this to here so that they can actually go to the kiosk, but they should be able to do so anyway. So there we go. And now we're gonna build some slopes here. So let's make a narrow slope. This is gonna be tough because this is gonna be like a really tough slope. Well, actually, if we turn it like that, it's not gonna be that tough. This might still... Okay, let's try and make the blue one that we want. Yeah, they will end up here and then just end up on the big slope, basically. I think that's fine. I think that's fine for now. So let's build that one and see what it does. We can make another one right here, like right down, like straight down, like really dangerously. Oh, it actually was the blue slope. So don't get too carried away. This first victory could also be your last. The toughest challenge is still to come. Keeping your skiers happy so they can come back tomorrow. Each time they return, they have a higher chance of joining the volunteer force and helping you run the resort. That's basically, your, like I said, your currency. So yeah, this one actually became a blue one. Cool. Believe in old ski dogs. Skiers must get plenty of rest to be able to get the most out of the slopes and rise to the challenges. Without energy reserves, people cannot ski. High altitude food kiosks are a little rustic, but they're a great place to relax. Okay, so that's where we're going to start today. Well, actually, now that's better. No, skiing needs energy, so think about taking a rest from time to time. Who knows? Maybe you'll appeal to people in search of comfort, but for the time being, what you need are slopes. So I was going to say this is where we're going to end it today, because I think, yeah, we're about 25 minutes almost in, which is, I think, quite a normal time for a first episode of a new game. I hope you guys have enjoyed this. Next episode, we will definitely come back. We will have a second episode, and then we will start working on, the services and making the skiers a bit more happy. The satisfaction now is 72. New fun snow. The beginners are really, really happy with our resort. The sport club kids don't really like it. We need to have some more difficult slopes, and we need to fix the queue problems and stuff like that. So we're going to do that in next episode. If you have enjoyed them, please make sure to leave a like, because it's really important for me to understand if you want to see more of this game on the channel. Also, leave comments. Tell me what you think about the game, not only to me, but maybe even to the developers that might be watching this. Yeah, thanks again to the developers for providing me with this key. And as always, I've been Hipbone. You've been yourself. Thanks for being awesome, and thanks for watching.